Reduce the rational expression to lowest terms. First thing we want to do is look for a greatest common factor. In the numerator here we can see we have a 10y here, we have a 20y here, and a 10y here. So we can factor out a 10y. So let's go ahead and do that. So this would be 10y times, it would become 1. 10y goes into the 1 time, 10y goes into there, it would be 2x, so plus 2x plus 10x squared. Oops, it would be just x squared because the 10 comes out. And that would all be divided by, okay, let's see what can we factor out of the bottom here. We can factor out a 2y. So let's go and factor out a 2y. This becomes 2y times 1 minus x squared. We can take a look at the top here and we can see, okay, we can factor that again. So this just becomes 10y times, factor this out. Let's rewrite this, which is a little easier now. This is really x squared plus 2x plus 1. A little more normal how we see it. So that factors into x and x. 1 has to be 1 and 1, so x plus 1 and x plus 1. And that's all divided by, well, can we factor this anymore? Oh, looking at this, it's 1 minus x squared. If this was x squared minus 1, it would be factorable. So rather than factoring out a 2y here, let's factor out a negative 2y, which will then change this to a negative 1 and this to a positive x squared. So let's go ahead back up to here. Instead of factoring out 2y, let's factor out a negative 2y. So if we factor out a negative 2y, this becomes a negative 1 plus x squared. And if we rewrite this over the side here, this is the same thing as x squared minus 1, which is kind of how we normally see it. So bring this all down, be 10, excuse me, 10y, x plus 1 times x plus 1, all divided by negative 2y times x squared minus 1. Well, x squared minus 1, that factors into x plus 1 times x minus 1. So this becomes 10y times x plus 1 times x plus 1 divided by negative 2y times x plus 1 times x minus 1. X squared minus 1. Okay, let's see what can divide out now. We have an x plus 1 divides out there. We have a negative 2y will go into 10y. That'll go in, the y's divide out. Negative 2 goes in there 5 times, so it'd be negative 5. So we end up with, I'll slide this up a little bit. So we end up with negative 5 times x plus 1 all over x minus 1. And there is our solution.